as one interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Candace, and I'm so honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. Behaviors. We hope this Orca Encounter will help you better understand these magnificent creatures and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types, or ecotypes, of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Truly are a natural wonder, and 26-year-old Keet is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. The blowhole is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath at the surface. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. It looks like their eyes are located in that white patch, but that is just a visual distraction. Their eyes are actually located in the black area, just in front of that white patch, camouflage from thrashing prey. The fin on top of the whale is called the dorsal fin, and it keeps them stable while they swim, and it also helps regulate their body temperature. Flippers on either side of the body are called pectoral flippers, which are mainly used for steering and stopping. Pectoral flippers have 5 bony digits inside them, just like the human hand. The lobes on either side of the tail are called flukes. The tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling them close to speeds of up to 30 miles per hour, just as fast as our speedboats. And they use the most power and generate the most energy when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shouka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a part of their communication. They use peck slaps to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother may use a peck slap to get her calf's attention. But if they really want to be heard, they breach. Sky hopping is a way for killer whales to coordinate and get a better view of their surroundings when they hunt. That killer whales use in the wild. Orcas are great communicators, so it's no surprise they're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
One of our whales displays the same behavior right here in front of you. Antarctic orcas will actually create waves washing over floating ice, knocking seals right into the water. You can't really imagine the amount of water displaced until you have experienced it firsthand. Luckily, I have a volunteer, and my volunteer is going to come on down here and experience the power of the killer whale self-flukes. Come on, Haven, come on down. Now, today's a very special day for Haven. It is his birthday. So this is a really cool thing to do on your birthday, right? All right, you hold on tight to that handle. Let's see what we got going. One of our whales is on his way. It looks like Nakai. Nakai is a 16-year-old male, and he weighs over 7,000 pounds, so he can create quite a wave. Do you want to be surprised, or you want to know when it's coming? You're still thinking about it? Okay, I want to... You want to know? All right. How was that? Was that cool? All right, thank you so much, David, and happy birthday! Great job! Now, because they're found in all parts of the ocean, it is no surprise that killer whales eat all types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale on the screen, that is the largest animal on Earth. It's 5 times larger and 50 times heavier than our largest whale, Ulises, who weighs 10,000 pounds. So how does a whale Ulises size eat a whale that size in the wild? Well, it's possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Play is an important part of everyday life for killer whales. It's how they teach their young to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. Orcas spend a lot of time showing their playful side, in the wild and here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when a whale swims fast at the surface, breaking out of the water briefly. You can see them do this when catching a ride in the wake of a boat or when surfing in a wave. Orcas like to be touched and will rub their bellies on rocks when they can. We often see our whales display the same behavior, just the same as whales in British Columbia. You'll even see whales imitating each other in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales are always mimicking and learning from each other. Playful behavior has a purpose, and many of the behaviors you've seen today is a way for killer whales to stun their fish. And hopefully today our killer whales, they're stunning all of you. We interact with our whales all day, every day, which allows us to build a shared trust relationship and provide optimal healthcare, research, and quality of life. All 10 of our whales, they participate in their own health and well-being. Now, if you focus your attention right in front of you, here, Orchid is rolled over, presenting her belly to the sky, and she's presenting her tail flukes to her behaviorist. The whales have several veins in that area, and that's where our veterinarians will draw blood to check our whales' overall health. They'll even slide up on a scale, as you can see Orchid doing in that video. We weigh all 10 of our whales once a week to make sure our smaller whales are growing properly and to make sure our bigger whales are staying healthy. They'll even provide a breath sample from their blowholes. All these behaviors are made possible because of the shared trust relationship built day after day here at SeaWorld. Everyone, I am honored to introduce you to Orchid. Now, Orchid was our first baby shamu born in 1988. She just turned 30 this last September. She's one of our smartest whales. She loves playing with environmental enrichment devices, as you guys can see. And she has also participated in research projects that have helped her wild killer whale counterparts. We challenge our whales each and every day to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play keep our orcas in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect live populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcas and this beautiful planet that we all share.